This is the voice of the report of the week, signing on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, and anyone listening. It is Saturday, the 12th of July, the year being 2014, of course. Well, the time this is being recorded at is 12:17 a.m. The time that this shall be uploaded, I do not know. Hopefully soon. Hopefully immediately afterwards, but I cannot guarantee anything. But for those of you curious, this is being recorded at 12:17. So, before I ask how everyone's doing, how about we start this off by getting a glass of water, right? For this big guy behind the microphone, gotta stay hydrated. And of course, there's worse things you could be drinking than water, and always remember that. There we go. And if you are curious, yes, we still use a little blue crystal glass. It is crystal. I use that at all times. Pretty much, I figure what you see is what you get, you know? I don't hide anything on the camera. I don't try to be something I'm not. It is what it is, right? That saying, which originally started out as a joke, who knew it could pertain to so much, right? So I decided to pretty much just go off on a whim here and just make this immediately. You know, I still have my shortwave radio on. Was listening to Radio New Zealand International. And I think that's actually pretty amazing. In just the distance a radio station can travel via shortwave. To think about it. Went all the way from New Zealand, across the Great Pacific Ocean, and across the continental United States, and still has a clear signal in New York. So that's just something that truly shows the strength of a shortwave signal for those two of you interested. Let's shut the radio off here and conserve our power. Okay. Before I read the fan mail, which, trust me, there's lots of it. I feel I have some rightful explaining to do, and then we'll really get to the show. I mean, I don't know if I could necessarily say I dropped the ball. I just don't want to go too hard on myself. Believe me, I definitely would. But I don't know if I did, or if it was just an error, or what happened. But for those of you that remember, I said, oh yeah, I would be going on a little break. I'll be gone. I gave the dates, and, you know, here I am. I'm back on the air. Made my little announcement video, which now you're seething with rage after you saw that one. Because I did go on a break, but I didn't really elaborate. I will now. But I said, alright, well, I'm going on a little break. You know, I'll be gone June 30th, maybe. And I'll be arriving back July, whatever, 11th, I think. That was yesterday. Today. I've been up for 36 hours, so pardon me. But I'd be coming home July the 11th. Well, I did go on a break, but I did not stay here. I went on vacation. Where to, lecturer review bra? Where did you travel to? Well, I went off to Hawaii. It was within our grasp, so we went for it. We went over to Hawaii. We took a 10-hour direct flight over to Honolulu International Airport on the 30th. We stayed in Honolulu for a little bit, toured around, went to various things, and we went over to Maui. And then we went over to the Big Island, and the Big Island's actually a pretty cool island. It's obviously the largest island in the Hawaiian Islands chain, but it has an active volcano on it still. It's ever expanding. And the hotel we stayed at, it's run by the National Park Service. It's called the Volcano House. It's a fine hotel, and they have some pretty good food there, too, if you ever think about staying. But what's really cool is that the hotel and pretty much all the rooms overlook the big caldera of the volcano. And of course, it's not right on the edge. At night, you could see the this red glow emanating from it across the sky and everything. It's just a really cool, thing to see. And maybe I'll put up a few pictures. Maybe I won't. Picture tells 1,000 words, right? But anyway, it was a very nice trip. We did fly a lot. We flew between all the islands. And if you're curious, I pretty much wore long sleeves and pants every single day, and I did still wear shirt and tie sets in Hawaii. No suits, but I wore shirt and tie sets, and I still outdressed everyone there. You see, in Hawaii, a lot of people don't wear suits or shirt and ties over there. They don't. The equivalent of a shirt and tie in Hawaii is to wear, they call them aloha shirts. But most people would consider them as Hawaiian shirts. Those button-down shirts of the big patterns and all that stuff. Those loud patterns of floral or whatever. And you would wear that. You don't even have to tuck it in. You would just wear that with dress pants. And there, you're dressed. That's like the equivalent of putting on a suit here. So I find that informality, in my opinion. Of course, it's a different culture, so what can I say? But, overall, the trip to Hawaii went well. I might talk about it a little longer because you have to understand. I feel awful, talking about this. I feel like I don't know, wasting time, to put it nicely. You don't go to Hawaii every day. I mean, I suppose you can. You could sell your house and your car and everything you own and just buy round-trip tickets to and from Hawaii over and over again. I guess you could do that, but most people don't. So you don't really go to Hawaii so often. So I have a lot of stories to tell and all that, but I'm just going to tell what I feel the most important one. On this one island, I'm sure you've heard of it, I already mentioned it, in the Hawaiian Islands chain, Maui. That's supposed to be the splendid, pristine island, the luscious beaches and the rainforest in the background and your palm trees and the snow-capped mountain towering overhead. And while all that was there, we had an incredibly unpleasant experience there. And if you're ever planning a trip to Maui, please heed my advice here. There's a road on the northern coastline called the Road to Hana. It's pretty much this paved road that it's a very scenic route. Right, goes by the cliffs and all these inland waterfalls and all that, and just goes to a small fishing village known as Hana. But it's mostly the trip. Who cares about the village, right? Who cares about the destination? It's all about the journey, man. But anyway, there's this road called the Hana Road, and it's apparently this legendary. Everyone says, you gotta do the Hana Road, you gotta drive down this road. It's about 20 miles long. You gotta drive down this road, and, it's amazing, dude. That's what they were all saying. It's apparently a beautiful scenic route. Well, what we didn't know, of course we rented the cars, but what we didn't know is that in this little stretch of road, this 20-mile, it wasn't even 20 miles, it was like maybe 10 miles. In this 10 or 15-mile stretch of road, there were over 600 hairpin turns. And we also didn't know that you're supposed to take about 8 hours stopping everywhere. We did it in 30 minutes. I felt so sick to my stomach afterwards. It was miserable. And then we had to do it again because there's no way. Once you reach the destination, you got to turn around and go through it again. It was absolutely horrible. I felt like I was going to vomit after all those hairpin turns and going and back and forth. So if you ever go to Maui, and you ever plan on doing something called the Hana Road, driving down it, please dedicate a few hours to it. If you try to rush it, you'll deeply regret it. It does things to you. My experience was actually so terrible that in my free time I wrote a highly fictionalized story about it. featuring all sorts of characters and all sorts of stuff. I might read that on the air, maybe in my next show, and I hope you enjoy it. But that pretty much sums up the vacation. I've got so many other stories I could tell you, so many other things. Maybe if you want to know a little bit more, could send me a message. But I'm not going to get too specific here. One other thing I do want to mention about this trip is that we did fly a lot. Okay, we did fly, from place to place, and these long 10-hour flights, and then the inter-island flights, and we had to go through airport security each time. Now, you know what you have to go through. You got to go through the TSA, the TSA agents in their blue uniforms and all of that. But they have a bad reputation, When some people think of the TSA, what do you think of? You sometimes think about these, enraged, downright abusive, corrupt officers. However, might I say that the majority of that is completely incorrect. Every experience I had with them was pleasurable. Many of them were actually quite nice and very polite. And most of this stuff, if you hear any bad rumors about them, just go along with what they do, and it's fine. Just don't give them a hard time. They're all fine. So, really, it's just a few corrupt TSA agents that just ruin the reputation for the rest of them. So the TSA is really nothing to be afraid of or anything, or nothing to despise. I had no problems with them. So I just want to cover up that little discrepancy there. Sitting down now. YouTube is at it again. They changed their inbox again. So I feel compelled to now. Right, gotta update it for the idiots. I really don't like that. I apologize for that, but please understand that I really don't like how YouTube updates everything. Why can't they just keep it as it is? I don't know where we left off exactly. So don't look back in anger. Okay, let's just start reading. We got a lot of this stuff. So let's just I don't know. Well, this is gonna be here, so I could always read this in the next show. I'm just gonna read what I know I didn't get to. Congrats on the recent fantastic episodes of VORW. Admit the show. Oh, no, I already read this one. Alright. Here we go. Honestly, it is so refreshing to see a young man of morals and high standards in this culture of bad taste and general vulgarity. I mainly watch makeup tutorials and fragrance reviews on YouTube. I'm sure not your standard subscriber, but stumbled across your channel and I love the vintage vibe. Again, truly refreshing. Good work. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your support. Hello, Mr. Report of the Week. My local convenience store has a sale on Monster Energy drinks right now. I must ask, if you could choose one flavor of Monster Energy as your favorite, what would it be? I've only tried the original flavor. Thanks, Evan. Monster has a lot of flavors. Now, the one that I typically drink most often is the original. And keep that in mind. I don't think they still have this anymore. If they do, I highly recommend it, but I don't think they do anymore. If they still have Monster Chaos, that's with a K, K-H-A-O-S. If they still have that, I highly recommend that. I haven't seen it anywhere, though. I don't think they even have it anymore. But if they do, I highly recommend that. Monster Assault, once again, I don't know if they have it. Another good one is Monster Cuba Lima. They have that one. That's a good summertime beverage. Next question. I asked a question on 6/2/14, wow, a month ago. Question was, what is your opinion on electronic music? There are various kinds of electronic music. Does any of it interest you? I would like to add to that question, what do you think of raves and rave culture? Of course, not all electronic music is directly associated with raves at all, but much of it is. Regards. Well, with all music, there is some talent, you know. For someone to create any sort of a song, you need to have some sort of musical talent. So some of these elaborate electronic dance hits and all that are, the producers thereof are incredibly talented people. I can't say I've really ever even listened that often to electronic music. It's not my genre. Raves are, you know, they're unavoidable. It's just an excuse to get high, really. That's all it is. In my opinion, of course. You could say that about any party, really, in today's society, but it's a party, you know. They're just trying to have a good time. Who knows? It's not gonna sharing my thoughts isn't gonna stop anything from happening, so yeah. Here's a trusted regular. Hello again. Hope you enjoyed your YouTube break. I know you won't be reading this until you've returned. So, how was your break? Do anything fun? We're looking forward to your forthcoming videos. Take care. Enjoy. Oh yeah, did I do a lot of stuff? And I'll elaborate a little more. We went in Hawaii. We went to. We departed from New York. We flew 10 hours straight to Honolulu. We stayed there for like 3 or 4 nights. We toured Pearl Harbor. And we actually went to a different island from Honolulu, but then returned. That was one of the most beautiful places I had ever been. In Honolulu also. Dining-wise, I highly recommend the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm a big fan of those restaurants. And there's also a Jimmy Buffett's out there. It's also a fine restaurant. What I highly recommend is when people go, you know, to Hawaii, they say, oh, you got to do a luau, right? I will recommend you only one place if you truly wish to attend a luau. Go to the Polynesian Cultural Center. It's as authentic as you can be, really. And boy, do they put on a show. You know, it's something. I swear. That is something. So now, switching from the inbox to something else. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you listening, when stupid YouTube switched over to their message system, okay, messages here, when they switched over to their message system, I don't know what's the story with this, why couldn't they just keep it in the inbox, but I really don't know how this works. I don't know if I please send me a message, okay, someone, I appreciate if someone could send me a message here clarifying this, but if you choose to reply to one of these messages in the message system, you know, this isn't the inbox anymore, this is the message system, is your response publicized, like to the general public, or is it still private? Alright, that's what I want to know. Because if it's publicized and everyone could see it, I'm not responding to mail anymore, you know, personally. The hell with that, but you know, if it's not, well, that's great, but I just need just one person, just clarify how this message system works, really, because I missed out, you know, I missed it totally. But the first message in the new message system awaiting me is July 1st. I guess that's when it switched over. Would just like to say, keep up the fantastic work you do. Your reviews provide me with an incredible amount of entertainment. Lots of love from Australia. From Jack. Yep. Hey, no problem. Hello, reviewer. Recently discovered your videos the past week and I've been enjoying them very much. I think it's wonderful that you try so hard to keep in touch with your fans, so thank you for taking the time to read this. I have a question and a comment. upset to hear about your struggles with depression and the worries about the future. I've been struggling with depression for quite some time, and I finally got the courage to see a therapist. I would highly recommend it if you feel it's necessary. I feel like it's really turned around my life because of it. Also, my therapist reminds me of Jerry Seinfeld, which is cool because I love Seinfeld. I know you are a bit weary of modern television, but do you enjoy Seinfeld? Seems like something you'd get a kick out of. For my second question, the second, I suppose, I wanted to ask what your favorite subject in school was. I'm trying to become a teacher, and you seem exceptionally intelligent, and I'd love to have students who are as bright and mature as you. The best. Seinfeld, I have not watched it. Of course, it's an acclaimed show. It's acclaimed. Of course, I could always watch it at any given time. You know, back in school, my favorite subject was, the most useless one of them all. It was history. You know, listen. Truly, you can consider me a history buff. But, think practically. Where does history get you? Nowhere. It doesn't get you anywhere in life. But, of course, with my luck, I'm best at the most useless one. Though, literature and all that stuff is fine. Hey there. Been watching your videos since 2011. And always love seeing new content from you. I was wondering if you could give my band a listen or mention them with your upcoming daily VORWs. We're releasing our debut EP this weekend. Would be more than happy to send you one. Or purchase it from iTunes. Thanks. Sure. Well, I'll publicize their channel. Okay. Seems like they have like little music things, music videos and all that stuff on their channel. You know I do free advertising here, so it doesn't bother me at all. Their channel is, and once again, this is just one word, no underscores, no spaces, nothing. My name is Jonas TV. That's MYNAMEIS JONAS TV. My name is Jonas TV. Check them out. Why don't you review healthy food instead of poisonous fast food? I don't know. Give you an answer, whatever. I'll let it poison me, whatever. Let it poison me. Didn't really consider it poisonous, but if it is, well, at least I'm going out with good food in my gut. That's for sure. Dear review bra. Hope this message finds you well. That it has. Here's another pizza that I made. Let's see it. Here's this picture that he attached. Ooh. Oh, that's a fine one. Let's see what this is. It's a margarita with mozzarella, touch of parmesan, sliced tomato, garlic, pepper mix, and some smoked sea salt. Finally, some pesto and a drizzle of olive oil is added before serving. Kind regards. Wow, that actually does look like a pretty solid pizza, I'm not gonna lie. You know, do like the little touch of the garlic and the seasoning, too. That's a pretty solid pizza, I'm not gonna lie, my friend. Gonna be having pizza tomorrow. Or today. Or earlier today, whenever you're listening to this. Gonna be going to Pizza Hut. Now, rumor has it, and I probably sound like an idiot right now. You know, which, I'm checking right now. Which is very possible. But apparently, Pizza Hut, okay, brought back their Cheesy Bites pizza. Yes, it's back. Now, if you don't know me, the Cheesy Bites pizza is my favorite pizza of them all. I actually have a smile because of it. It is my favorite pizza of them all. Top. The best. Of all the chains, of all the pizzas, the Cheesy Bites pizza from Pizza Hut is my favorite. And it's back. That's what I'm going to be having tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Dear Report of the Week. And listen, I don't know. This show might go on. I think I think there's going to be a 2-part show. I think just one part will be, fan mail and all sorts of stuff, and the next will be the YouTube channel stuff. I think that'll be best logistically. We'll see how much time this takes up. Let's just carry on here. Dear Report of the Week, your latest VORW was great, and it was really interesting to hear all the behind-the-scenes, per se, of your channel. I look forward to part 2 of it. I admit, I once Googled your channel and I found this page that details the progress of it. Maybe you'll find it interesting. Yeah, I wrote it. That was mine. That's my work, right there. No one else would know that, except yours truly. Also, I'm an avid horror movie aficionado, and I was wondering what you think of the genre, as well as if you have a favorite horror movie. Wish you all the best, my friend. Salutations. I was actually watching a few, those of you who know me quite well, who listen to every show, I'm sure you know by now, but I'm not a huge movie buff, if you say so. However, on the 10-hour flight heading back from Honolulu to New York, I couldn't fall asleep. Now, this was a nice plane, and in the back of every seat in front of you was a little interactive screen, some headphones. You could listen to music, you could watch movies, TV shows, play games. There was even a whole in-flight map where you could track the progress, and you could actually listen to the radio communications, I guess between either planes and the control towers and all that. So I actually did, of course, listen to that. But I also watched a few movies. I watched 4 movies on the flight back. I watched Gravity. That was a suspense movie, though. Highly recommend it. Then I wanted to get a few laughs, so I watched Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. That one, because it was a red-eye flight, so I really had to hold my laughter in for that one. There were 2 more. Then I watched Captain Phillips. That was a really good movie. I highly recommend that. That's about the Somali pirates, based on a true story, too. I highly recommend that one. And then there was the Great Gatsby, which I could care less about. I just had to kill an hour. Horror movies, some of them are really good, some of them are really bad. It's a very delicate genre, Hey, Review Bro, I was wondering, and you may have answered this before, but why do you take such small bites? Is it so that you don't look like a pig on camera, or is that just how you do things? Keep churning out the videos. I love them. I take small bites, and I did explain this in probably numerous videos, but it doesn't matter. I take the small bites, really, because you gotta think about what I do. When I sit up on that camera, I'm not just going to plop something in my mouth and just swallow it whole. I review the food. And that being said, I'm going to take small bites to analyze the flavor to its maximum, so I could gain and garner as much information about the food as possible. So that being said, that's the reason why. I also, that said, I do not look like a slob whilst doing so, but really it's to really just fully analyze the flavor of whatever I'm eating. Dear Mr. Report of the Week, it is another regular. It is a mild, yet stickily humid morning here in Dublin as I write to you, contemplating one of a few great things about globalization to national sports coverage. The World Cup's 4-year hibernation is imminent, and although this football man Irishman will undoubtedly be saddened by the close of the world's biggest party, at least the best of international sports will break my fall from World Cup highs. The men's and women's respective finals at Wimbledon will take place in the coming days, and of course the magnificent Tour de France, will begin 5th of July. Are you a fan of pro cycling? Maybe even a seldom user of a bicycle? I usually root for Bradley Wiggins, or Wiggo as he is often referred to as. However, he's not taking part in this year's competition, so I'll be siding with my fellow Irishman, Nico Roach. Hope all is well. CP King. Mr. King. Yeah, the World Cup, that was really something. Uh, the Tour de France I actually do watch. Now, I'm not as big into it, so I really don't have someone who am all out for. I'm not rooting for anyone. But I find it extremely entertaining to watch, and I especially do watch it. Hey, Review Bro, I made a Report of the Week sweater just for fun, and if you want to check it out, love the vids. Yeah, look at that. So sexy, right? That's such a flattering picture of me right there. Look at those eyes. Fan art submission. I'm a massive fan of your show, and I love your stuff. Keep on reviewing. There's some fan art. Yeah. Oh, boy. Hello there. I only recently discovered your channel, but I like your take on things and enjoy your reviews. You are a snappy dresser and have a great accent. I'm watching from Australia. Your videos are popular down under. Keep up the great work. Thank you, my dear viewer. Oh man, I eat Red Baron pizzas all the time, and you pretty much summed up how I feel about them. They're meh. They're not awful, but god damn. I only pay $3 to $4 for them, not $7. Totally not worth $7. Yeah, it's New York prices for you. After casually watching pizza and fast food reviews for the better half of the year, I recently delved into your VORW series, and I was wondering if I could message you here, submit a question. Yeah, you just submitted a question. Guess that was the question. Just saw your new vid about the Red Baron thin pizza. Good review as always, bud. Just wanted to ask a question. Have you ever tried Totino's brand of frozen pizzas? Not. Can I request a review of one? They're cheap price, and they aren't as bad as I think. They aren't bad, I think, but like other opinions. Take care, bud. I have not tried their frozen pizzas. I don't know if that's the same brand that has the little pizza rolls. I don't know if that's the same one, but listen, I'll look for them. Certainly will. I want to clear out the DiGiorno frozen pizzas next, and then we'll start clearing everything else out. Dear Report of the Week, I really enjoy your VORW shows. I keep up the good work. I was wondering what your political views are. I know it's a sensitive topic, so I understand if you do not want to respond. Yes, with all due respect, Matthew, I'm not going to respond there. Let's drink some water. We're splitting this up into 2 shows, people. Hey there, man. My name's Andrew. I'm 17, upstate New York. Bear with me. This is the first time I've ever written to a YouTuber, but I figure the first place to start is letting you know a bit about myself. I was shown your channel by my older brother recently. While I haven't seen a fraction of the large abundance of reviews or VORWs that I've come out with, I've been an attentive and eager viewer of your recent videos. My brother Luke and I love to watch your reviews together, and both really admire the dedication and work you put into them. He told me about how, when you started, you only had a small audience, but you'd still produce weekly videos, which just goes to show how passionate you are about doing what you like. I hope you recognize how awesome that. The reason I'm messaging you is because his birthday is coming up the 24th. Let's see. He's turning 21. And I feel as though I've never really put much time, effort, or personal thought into getting him something. And I think this particular birthday, being his 21st, would be a great opportunity to change that. And I was wondering if you could... You're a fan, Andrew. Now, it goes a request to make a little video. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but listen. I mean, I'll certainly give you I'll certainly give them a acknowledgement or a shout out or whatever at the beginning of either a review or a VORW or something. Listen, I always acknowledge birthdays. They're very important things, coming of age, especially the big 21. Greetings, Report of the Week. I was wondering what temperature you keep your drinks at during the energy crisis reviews. I found that some of the energy drinks' temperature could have a big impact on the flavor. For example, chocolate Muscle Monster has a heavier chocolate flavor at room temperature, while cold it has a lighter chocolate flavor, and the cold brings out more of the background flavors of the drink. I always keep the energy drinks at the temperature that they are sold at in the store. What does that mean? That means they're always chilled and refrigerated prior. They're cold drinks, unless otherwise specified. And dear, the Report of the Week. This is my first time ever sending fan mail to any YouTuber, so forgive me if it is a bit awkward. Anyway, your videos are truly amazing. My favorite being the VORWs because I could listen to them while doing anything. I usually watch beauty/fashion videos, so I really don't know why I came about your channel, but I am thankful I did. So, yep, that's pretty much my first fan mail ever. I admire how well you dress and the intelligent diction you use in videos, most likely in everyday life when the camera is not rolling. I'm planning on watching your Shortwave miniseries and previous VORWs so I could learn about it. Seems interesting. From Anna. P.S. Sorry if I double messaged you. No, I don't think you did. I only see one message here. That's fine. I really do thank you for sending your, first ever mail. Likewise, I thank Andrew also for both of you coming out and first time sending something out that could always be a little bit stressful, wondering, what am I going to say, all of that. But really, thank you for sending me your support, your messages, and I really hope all of you enjoy the show. Alright, we're coming up to the end here. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. That's the same guy, but it's a different message. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I thought I'd sent you a message already, but it did not appear in the sent box. No, you did. But, I just wanted to let you know that I started watching your videos a couple of weeks ago, and I'm already a big fan. I loved your Shortwave lecture series, and I've been using the WebSDR quite a bit ever since. I'm a big music fan, and it's interesting how music radio in places such as the UK is so much better than in America. Speaking of music, it's awesome that you like Poor Places by Wilco. It's one of my favorite songs. And I love Wilco a whole lot. Have you checked out that entire album? I sure did. I listened to the entire album, track to track, covered the entire thing. I'm guessing you found that because of the number station samples. Yeah, I was reading about E10. That's a number station that's sampled in Poor Places. That was an Israeli number station, believed to be operated by Mossad, assuming that's pronounced correctly. It's one of the most prolific number stations ever to exist, running 24/7 on various frequencies since at least the 1960s, constant all the way up until 2011 when it finally shut down. There's some little backstory on that, the voice used. Another one of my favorite bands is called Godspeed You, Black Emperor. Uses a lot of shortwave samples. You should check out this song Static. It has this very long and very eerie sample of a radio preacher. I'm not sure if you'll like this song, but I think it's very pretty. Let me know what you think of it. Yeah, I did check that out, and it does have other features also that are common on shortwave. Also the atomic clock. That's another quintessential station. That's all for now, and I hope to write you more. Stay golden. All the best from Nate. So this might be like an introduction video, and then the real lecture will be in the next one. How's that sound, people? Okay? Hey, don't complain. Don't complain, okay? You're getting 2 for the price of 1 here. This is excellent. Yeah, think positive. Positive thoughts, positive emotions. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't get all worked up because I'm making 2 videos, okay? It's not the end of the world, people. I didn't mean that to be insulting. I hope you know I was just joking around. Hey, man. I came through your channel about 2 days ago, and I'd say you already became one of my favorite YouTubers. I really enjoy your videos, both new and old, and your brilliant and very fluent speech, not to mention, of course, your style. I think you should come back with the Auto Mind series. It was actually enjoyable and relaxing, too. Oh, that's all. Keep doing the great videos. I've become a proud fan, and I'll support you. Greetings from Italy. Yeah, the Auto Mind series. You know, it's a definite possibility. I'm not just saying that. Oops, I already said it. I'm a man of my word. So if I ever have some time, a little topic sheet, I'll gladly do one. I will. Here's a new title. Dear Sir Bra. My friends and I have been great fans of yours for a while now. We would all like to thank you for your persistence in creating quality, enthralling content. The VORW series is a personal favorite of mine, which I listen to religiously while engaged in my profession as a trucker. And by that I mean a European trucker. And by that, I mean I play Euro Truck Simulator too. The successes of living this way is absolutely 100% dependent on hearing your voice during these long, stressful, contemplated journeys. Without it, there would be no 8 to 10 hour hauls towards places I would not consider home while carrying noxious, infectious chemicals and or explosives. The most amazing part is that your thoughts are so captivating that I actually forgot I'm not even European. I'm Canadian. Anyway, once again, thank you for your hard work. My friends and I wish to see you continue on as long as you are capable. I would actually very much appreciate a shout out for each of us. Oh, gladly. I formally give a shout out to Nick, Chris, Amy, and of course, Matthew. All of you, Nick, Chris, Amy, and Matthew, an official shout out from the Report of the Week. You have been acknowledged officially, not unofficially. There's a difference, mind you. Thank you. Hi. I was wondering if you could do a review for me. The item is Domino's Crunchy Thin Crust Pizza. I'm a big Domino's fan, but I find it really hard to enjoy this style pizza like I do the others. I'd like to hear your take on it. Now, I live in Canada, so if this pizza isn't in the States, I apologize for sending you this. Thank you. Now, listen, I'll definitely look around for it, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do, dude. Okay, let's see. We got 1 filtered message. 4 that are likely spam. Oh, no. Alright, well, here's a fan art request. So we'll put this up later. Ugh. Hi there, review bra. Have you heard of Warcraft? Is that like 4chan? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yep. It is a Minecraft factions server hosted by some guys over at 4chan. Each board / subforum, there is a faction and battle it out until one is declared a winner. I'm from FIT. I was wondering if you'd like to jump on and help us build stuff with us. At some point, there will be a statue built of Z's, Arnie, on our Mount Olympus. To have you there would be bloody awesome. If not, that's cool too. But feel free to come by and visit at some point. The faction would love to have you there. By the way, keep up the videos and VORWs. They're great. Think about it. Think this guy would be right up your alley. www.bbc.com/news/magazine-281064666. living history. The man who lives in 1946. Yeah, he probably is right up in my alley. I read the article. Quite an interesting one, if I do say so myself. Mind you, I was gone for 12 days, so we had to read a lot of fan mail. And now the next show is going to be, and we're just going to jump right into the next show, okay? That's going to be the true lecture, that we all love and crave and dream about at night, right? Hello, sir. Hope all is well with you. I just recently stumbled upon your channel, and I must say I am very impressed. The totality of your program, with your humor, wit, articulation, and style, is unlike anything I've ever seen. I really enjoy both your reviews and the VORW segments. As many have said before, don't ever let the negative comments get to you. Always stick to your principles. I wish you the very best. Cheers from Arizona. That concludes today's fan mail. We'll be back to you in a few minutes. 1:03 a.m. This is the voice of the Report of the Week, signing off.